In recent years, Pope Francis' health has been a central topic of discussion both inside and outside the Vatican. If this is your first time on the channel, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss our next videos. During his pontificate, Francis has faced health challenges that have raised concerns not only among the faithful but also among members of the Catholic Church. Although his physical condition was initially kept secret, recent revelations from the Pope have made it clear that his health problems are much more serious than previously admitted publicly. This article explores the complications Francis has faced, the implications for the future of the Catholic Church, and the possible signs that the Pope's resignation may be closer than previously thought. Welcome. Today, we will reveal the shocking truth about Pope Francis' health. After years of speculation, the Pope has decided to speak, and what we discovered is surprising. Don't miss the details. The first signs of physical fragility. Since his election in 2013, Pope Francis has been known for his boundless energy and dedication to traveling and connecting with the faithful worldwide. However, over the years, his physical limitations have become increasingly evident. At 88 years old, Francis no longer has the same vitality as before, and his health has been a recurring topic in reports about his papacy. One of the first health problems that arose was sciatica, a painful condition affecting the lower back and legs. This problem became a significant obstacle for Francis, forcing him to slow down his workload. In 2020, the sciatic pain became so intense that he had to cancel important commitments, such as the New Year's Mass, which was extremely rare for a pope. Francis stated that the pain was unbearable and that he would not wish it on anyone, causing great concern among his followers. Surgeries and mobility limitations. As his health deteriorated, Francis faced new medical complications. In July 2021, he underwent colon surgery that lasted 3 hours and required the removal of part of the organ. Although the operation was successful, he had to spend 11 days in the hospital, making it clear that his physical endurance was no longer the same. After the surgery, Pope Francis resumed his activities, but his fragility was evident. In 2022, he increasingly relied on a cane to walk, and soon after, he had to use a wheelchair due to intense pain in his right leg. Although mobility issues did not prevent him from continuing his work, his health remained a major factor in discussions about his future. In 2023, Francis underwent another surgery to treat an incisional hernia, caused by scar tissue from his previous operation. This new procedure heightened concerns about his health, but the Pope once again demonstrated resilience by continuing his duties without showing signs of considering resignation. Falls and hearing problems. The year 2024 brought new challenges for Pope Francis. In December of that year, he suffered a fall inside his residence in the Vatican, resulting in a contusion on his right forearm. This incident occurred shortly after another episode in which he injured his face, further increasing concerns among those monitoring his health. Falls are especially dangerous for older adults, as they can lead to severe complications such as fractures, which could further compromise his ability to perform his duties. Additionally, for the first time in his pontificate, Francis had to use a hearing aid during the Christmas Eve Mass, making it evident that his health was deteriorating further. He also suffered a severe cold that forced him to cancel public commitments before the Christmas festivities, something that had never happened before. These episodes sparked new questions about his ability to continue leading the Catholic Church. Adaptations within the Vatican. The impact of these health problems on Francis' leadership is undeniable. Although he remains committed to his duties, physical limitations have accumulated, making his active presence at public events increasingly difficult. His schedule must be constantly adjusted, and his team has taken measures to ensure he can continue participating in the most important ceremonies without jeopardizing his well-being. One of the most significant changes has been the installation of a special elevator inside the Vatican to facilitate his mobility. Despite all these adaptations, Francis remains a determined and spiritually strong leader. The Pope has stated that the papacy is not governed with the feet, but with the head and the heart, making it clear that his mental capacity and faith remain intact, even if his body can no longer keep up. Pope Francis' autobiography, a sign of change. Despite his health difficulties, Pope Francis has remained committed to his mission. In January 2025, he published his autobiography titled Ope, a book that deeply and intimately reveals his life, his reflections on faith, and his personal challenges. This work, initially intended to be released only after his death, was published earlier than expected, sparking speculation about whether Francis is preparing for the end of his pontificate. The autobiography is a testimony of the Pope's life, his doubts, his faith, and the moments of weakness he has experienced throughout his journey. In it, he talks about his childhood in Argentina, his religious vocation, and the challenges he has faced within the Church. He also addresses difficult topics such as clerical abuse scandals and the internal crises he has had to confront in the Vatican. A pope preparing the future of the Church. Throughout his papacy, Francis has promoted significant reforms in the Catholic Church. He has worked to make it more accessible, inclusive, and committed to the most vulnerable. His approach has been transformative, striving to create more opportunities for women, promoting interreligious dialogue, and fighting against social and environmental injustices. One of Francis' most strategic moves has been the appointment of new cardinals. Throughout his pontificate, he has selected leaders from different parts of the world, particularly from Africa, Asia, and Latin America, reflecting his desire to make the Church more global and diverse. These appointments are crucial to ensuring that Francis' vision continues after his departure, as these cardinals will be the ones to choose his successor. The possible resignation of Pope Francis. Rumors about a possible resignation of Pope Francis have been circulating for years, especially after the historic resignation of Benedict XVI in 2013. Although Francis has been clear that he has no intention of resigning due to his health or age, his physical condition has fueled growing speculation about whether he may be preparing the ground for an eventual departure. The Pope has faced mobility issues, suffered concerning falls, and had to use assistive devices at several public events. These difficulties have led many to believe that, although his mind remains sharp, his body may not be able to keep up much longer. Additionally, Francis' recent statements about aging and physical limitations have further fueled rumors about a possible resignation. The future of the papacy is at stake. What do you think about Pope Francis' situation? Leave your comment, give it a like if this story surprised you, and subscribe for more revelations. Your opinion matters.